Hey guys, it's Mike and I'm back. The reason I'm making this particular video is because I just sort of want to tell everybody and put it on the record that my brother's being viciously tortured right now with frequencies in Didsbury, Alberta. My brother lives just north of Calgary in Alberta, Canada, in a little town called Didsbury. And he's being tortured right now viciously by Canadian Forces Station Leitrim. And, the freemasons in the town of Didsbury, they're gang stalking him and harassing him. They're hacking his phone, his iPhone. They're blacking out the screen so he can't use it and make calls. They're torturing him. They're zapping him in his head, zapping him in his throat so he can't speak and his throat hurts, zapping him all over his body, really. They're just basically viciously torturing my brother, and they're putting voices in his head with V2K, voice to skull. Now, my brother, Douglas Miller, he was falsely diagnosed with schizophrenia by Freemason psychiatrists in Calgary, Alberta. Now, that's one thing these Freemason fucking scumbag traitor criminals do in our governments and our policing institutions is they'll use their V2K technology from the signals intelligence bases. They'll put voices in people's heads, and then they'll falsely diagnose them as schizophrenic. And then nobody will believe a word they say, right? Because, most of the public believes everything they see on TV. And they think all these psychiatrists and all these people who are supposed authority figures, like cops and politicians and all these people on TV and, news anchors, they think they all tell the truth. They don't realize they're all in secret societies like Freemasonry and the Jesuits and all this stuff. So anyway, this mind control technology, MK Ultra with frequencies, is extremely powerful, guys. It's more powerful than you think. They have complete control over your nervous system if they want it. The other day, my brother told me they forced him to drive out into a remote field and burn all his paperwork and his ID and stuff. And he said the frequencies were so powerful he couldn't overcome them, and they had complete control over his nervous system, and he couldn't stop himself. It was like he was a remote control robot. So this mind control technology remotely with frequencies from signals intelligence bases, it's extremely powerful, and they can basically take over your body and get you to do things that you don't want to do, and you can't stop it because you've lost control of your nervous system. The way that they do it is because these frequencies, they're all set up to a supercomputer. So, you know how you have artificial intelligence now and ChatGPT? I mean, these computers they work faster than the human mind, and they can remotely control your nervous system with supercomputers through frequencies, and they can just get you to do anything. It's like it's like remote control of a robot. They basically have found a way to tap into the human nervous system remotely through frequencies, and your brain's like a computer, and they can just input commands, and then your body, your nervous system follows those frequency commands. Now, a lot of people won't believe me, and they won't believe what I'm saying. They won't think this is real because it's never happened to them, and it sounds, even to me, if I didn't know it was real, I would be like, wow, that sounds far-fetched. That's bullshit. You're just crazy. But it's true. They really do have control over people's nervous systems remotely with frequencies from these signals intelligence bases. And they do it through, they've put nano in everybody's body. A lot of you may have heard of, what's it called? Morgellons. You've heard of Morgellons, where people have these fibers sticking out of their skin, and it's itchy and scratching. Well, you know what those fibers are coming out of the people's skin who have Morgellons? It's the nano in their body, and it's just poking through their skin. And that nano, it connects up to people's nervous system, and it's controllable remotely with frequencies. So Morgellons is not a disease. Morgellons is just, it's the nano that they've put in everybody's body, and it's breaking through the skin when they don't want it to, but it just does that. So the Morgellons, these nanofibers, they break through the skin, and then that's what people call Morgellons. So Morgellons, it's not a viral infection, or it's not a bacterial infection. It's nano. It's man-made artificial intelligence. And so they have these supercomputers that are hooked up wirelessly to the human nervous system and this nano, which people call Morgellons when it breaks through their skin, and they mind control people. You know all those shooters in the States, those mass shooters that are going around shooting everybody up. And they, a lot of them have said, oh, I lost control of my body. I couldn't control myself. Yeah, it's true. Because the NSA, which controls signals intelligence in the United States, they're using these frequency weapons to create mass shootings on the pretext so they can ban guns in the United States. They want to disarm the American public because the American people, they're like the last free people on Earth. They have weapons and they can defend themselves. And the people who control the world in their sick little secret societies, they want to enslave everybody because they're sick in their fucking head, and they just, they have psychopathic minds, and they don't want people to be free. They don't like freedom. They're like serial killers. They want to lock you in their basement and rape you. So what these sick individuals in Freemasonry and these secret societies and the Jesuits have done, they've placed these Freemason lodges everywhere, all over the world. And then what they do, they try to hire the biggest criminals they can find to join their club. Like they'll hire like murderers and killers, serial killers, and major drug traffickers and cocaine and crack dealers. And they get them to become Freemasons and join Freemasonry. And then they have like the biggest criminals in town on their in the Freemason lodges. The biggest criminals in town are in the Freemason Lodge. Now here you can see the Freemason Lodge in Didsbury, the Masonic Star Hall, it's called. It's called King Hiram Lodge number 21, AF and AM. So I think that's free and accepted Masons or whatever. I don't know how they say it. It's and also it has the Order of the Eastern Star goes to the same lodge, so that's Freemasonry for women, and that's the Saint Hilda chapter number 27, the Order of the Eastern Star. So there are women in Didsbury who, and look at this, they have an upside down pentagram as the symbol for the Order of the Eastern Star, which is Freemasonry for women. Now, if that's not a clue to what Masonry is all about, I don't know what is. This Masonic Hall here in Didsbury is located at 2238 21st Street in Didsbury, Alberta. So if you want to find the biggest criminals in Didsbury, Alberta, all you have to do is go to the local Masonic Hall at 2238 21st Street, Didsbury, Alberta. These are the people that are gang stalking my brother and harassing my brother, and they're involved with the people who are torturing my brother remotely with frequencies. Now here's a look at the webpage of King Hiram Lodge. It says King Hiram Lodge meets every second Tuesday of the month, with the exception of July and August when the lodge is dark. I guess they're all on their summer holidays then. They don't want to bother with any lodge stuff. The lodge was incorporated June 6, 1906. Meetings were held in various locations and unfortunately had to move due to fires. Oh, that's interesting. Maybe their lodges got burnt down in the past. Maybe they were committing crimes against people and those people burnt their lodges down. I mean, who knows? Originally, the lodge was a moon lodge and met the first Tuesday following a full moon, so the Masons attending had the light of the moon to make travel safer and easier, with many having to travel from surrounding farms using horses. King Hiram has been in its current location, 2238 21st Street, Didsbury, Alberta, since the early 1970s. So, you have these people in our society that are just, they're just straight up criminals. They belong in prison. They shouldn't be controlling our country and running our country. They belong in prison, these people. They literally recruit criminals to be part of their sick little Freemason criminal gang. So yeah, guys, there's crimes going on against Canadians, and one of them's my brother in Didsbury, Alberta. They gang stalk him all the time. They follow him to Tim Hortons. My brother goes to Tim Hortons every day to get a coffee. He sits down just to relax, to have a coffee. And the Freemasons there, they follow him there every day, and they gang stalk him. And one of them said, one of the things they do, these Freemason fucking dirtbags, they'll talk about you in public. It's called street theater. So one of them said, oh, I have to come here every day to keep an eye on my fly, my pet fly. So they're just talk shit in front of you and play these mind games, these Freemason traitors. I mean, we're their own countrymen, and they're stabbing us right in our fucking backs. So yeah, these Freemasons are a bunch of fucking criminals. I'm not surprised that their lodge got burned down before, because these people commit crimes against innocent people, and, what goes around comes around. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Keep my brother in your thoughts, because he's being viciously tortured right now. He's in severe pain. They're zapping him all over his body with these frequency weapons from Canadian Forces Station Leitrim. Okay, peace out.